13-3 descending via 17 right.
Skywest 5149, down approach, roger.
230 descending via the logger 3, we have information Zulu.
Skywest 5715, down approach, visual approach to 17 right, dim around altimeter is 3025.
25, 5715.
Skywest 5272, flying present heading vector sequence, descend and maintain 9,000.
We're in a turn, what heading do you want? Going down to 9,000, Skywest 272.
Skywest 272, thank you, heading 260.
260, Skywest 272.
Air Canada 1037, turn left heading 210, descend and maintain 8,000.
Left turn heading 210, down to 8,000, Air Canada 1037.
United 2376, turn left heading 270, airport will be 9 to 10 o'clock, 10 miles.
270 heading insight, United 2376.
Roger. Air Canada 1037, airport for you will be 11 o'clock and 15 miles.
Insight, Air Canada 1037.
Air Canada 1037, join the phone heading 210, cleared visual approach runway 17 right.
Cleared the visual approach 17 right, Air Canada 1037.
424 descending via the T with Alpha.
234, turn left heading 330, proceed direct a mile high viewer.
Channel 2285 is with you, 16.5 for 13,000 with Alpha.
Yeah, 2285, down approach, good morning. Morning.
Channel 4234, can we get the identifier for mile high VOR?
Turn right, heading 145, intercept runway 16 left, localizer.
Heading 145, intercept 16 left, and the airport is in sight, Skywest 4780.
Roger. Skywest 4743, turning 260.
Right, 260, Skywest 4743.
210, good day.
2364, 12 for 11, good afternoon.
235, turn right, heading 110.
Right turn heading 110, Skywest 5235, field descent.
Thanks. Skywest 4743, reduce speed to 210.
So 210, Skywest 4743.
1376, down approach, roger.
There's 3024.
08.
Air Canada 1037, maintain 170 knots operator to Joel, contact tower Joel 133.3, have a good day.
17 you're better to Joel, and 33.3 over there, Air Canada 1037, good day.
Skywest 5149, turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 7,000.
Left turn 270, down to 7,000, Skywest 5149.
Skywest 5272, fighting 220.
220, Skywest 5272.
Southwest 1376, descend and maintain 8,000.
8,000 feet, South 1370.
Summarize to 90 until advised, command 406.
P8, resume normal speed, contact Denver Center 133.95.
Okay.
Okay, that's 196.
5264, reduce speed now to 250, comply with the rest of the speed.
On a 210 heading.
Skywest 5308, Denver approach, flighting 100, vector to final.
Sorry, heading 100 to final, so 5308.
Skywest 5235, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000, Skywest 5235.
Skywest 5272, thanks. Join the final heading 210, cleared visual approach runway 17 right.
Join the final, cleared visual, 17 right, Skywest 5272.
We have Zulu.
So is now current at Denver. The altimeter is 3024. Reduce speed now to 250 and comply with public speeds for visual approach runway 17 right.
Visual approach runway 17 right.
210, join final, cleared visual 17 right, Skywest 2149.
Skywest 5272, pilot traffic is 1 o'clock. About 4 miles, 9,000. Company RJ established runway 16 left.
Inside, Skywest 5272.
2 p.m. South 4316.
Meter 4234, you can reduce speed to 250.
Very good day.
70 or better to lead, tower at least, Skywest 4780.
Skywest 4743, reduce speed to 170.
So 170, Skywest 4743.
5235, the airport's 1 o'clock and 16 miles.
Side gas 5235.
Got 5235, clear visual approach, runway 16 left, maintain 210 knots.
Clear for the visual 16 left, 210, Skywas 5235.
Yeah, 2285, descend and maintain 10,000.
10,000, yeah, 2285.
Got 5308, descend and maintain 10,000.
Down to 10,000, Skyway 5308.
270 degrees, south 37.
Jazz 712, 15.2 for 13.
Jazz 712, Denver approach, flooding 090 and maintain 13,000.
090, 13,000, Jazz 712. Jazz 712 is the airport safe.
Thanks.
Via the launch 2 with Zulu.
Southwest 1637, Denver approach, visual approach to 16 left. Denver altimeter is 3024.
Okay, respect the visual 16 left, up 1637. Alpha.
Approach, good morning, runway 17 right, plan the visual, reduce speed now to 250, then comply with public speeds.
The airport's 12 o'clock and 14 miles.
Inside Gas 4743.
Gas 4743, clear visual approach, runway 16 left, maintain 170 knots to lead.
Clear visual 16 left, 170 to lead, Gas 4743. Jazz 712, airport in sight.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Jazz 712 is the airport in sight.
Jazz 712, thanks.
Sunrise south 1376.
Approach, good morning, at runway 16 right, expect the visual approach.
2364.
2364, traffic at your 12 o'clock, going to the parallel.
In sight at 2364.
Tech Tower 135.3, good day.
170 to Leeds. At Leeds, we'll contact tower. Skywas 52 at 70, or 5235.
Southwest 4316, out of 16 and a half for 13,000, 080 ahead.
Inside, yeah, 2285.
Yeah, 2285, clear visual approach, runway 16 left, maintain 200 knots.
Maintain 200 knots, and clear the visual at 16 left, yeah, 2285.
Gas 5308, turning 150, intercept runway 16 left, localizer.
150 on the heading to intercept the localizer for 16, Skyway 5308.
Jazz 712, descend and maintain 10,000.
Number you up.
Descend and maintain 10,000.
1,000 on the logger.
United 1296, turn left heading 260, and give me a good rate down to 8, please.
All right, left turn 260 and down to 8,000. You got it, United 1296.
Skyway 5715, turn 10 degrees to the left, vector final, maintain 11,000.
To the left, maintain 1,000.
Southwest 1376, maintain 160 knots until Jewel, connect tower 133.3.
3.3, we'll call out 13.
Approach commuter 4234, descending 11,000, speed 210.
Commuter 4234, Denver approach, roger, flight in 350 and maintain 11,000, 11,000.
We are 350, 11,000, commuter 4234.
United 1296, reduce speed to 170.
170 speed, you got it, we'll do it, United 1296.
And commuter 4234, make sure you're at 11,000, please, 11,000.
We are at 11,000, commuter 4234.
Waiting for you, Southwest 4107, Denver approach, Alpha current at Denver, the altimeter is 304, delete speed restrictions, 300 knots till I advise, 16 right, expect the visual.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Echo 135.3, good day.
170 Leeds at Leeds contact tower 33353, United 2285, good day.
Jazz 712, Denver.
Sorry about that, Jazz 712, back on.
Jazz 712, welcome back, descend to maintain 9,000.
9 to 9, apologies, Jazz 712.
All right.
200 heading, cleared to join and cleared for the visual, runway 17 right, United 1296.
That is correct. 200 to join, thanks.
Yep, 200 degrees to join.
Scout 5715, descend to maintain 10,000, 10,000.
And a 10.
In 13,000 and maintain the 280 knot speed restriction.
13, come in for 306.
30, then descend and maintain 14,000.
250 then, complying with speeds.
So 4321, runway 16 right.
Okay.
Thanks. Southwest 4316, turn right heading 120.
Route 120, South 4316.
climb 4711, then climb via the 6, so maintaining 16,000 for now.
Zulu.
Alright guys, obviously we are flying the Q4. I love this plane. We're gonna do another live stream with it. Since I didn't get to the live stream last Monday, and I'm not gonna do a live stream next Monday either. Just nothing but appointments. Looks like we're lined up with another turboprop over there. I wonder what that is. Alright. First things first. Today's load, we are going to do uh, 74. Yeah, let's do 74 passengers. We'll do random on that, except it's too heavy in the back. And I need to figure out the fuel. Well, let's figure out the fuel. Final poundage, 74, 17,000. We'll round that up to 5,300. Wow, that's a high pressure. Taking off 29er. Foxtrot is current. Of course, I'll update that. And they're arriving 1-5 into Aspen. All that looks good. Is Denver my alternate? Yes. So we have enough fuel to get to Denver if need be. This is our route. Just Victory 134 airway all the way to Aspen. Short flight. Just a fun flight. Alright, I'll come back over here. So the air time, it's like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go 5,300 for fuel. $44.36 is empty weight. So if I were to add 1607 plus 11,997, It's not even close. Oh, duh. Add a 0. So 50, 59. I can never get this to match my calculator. My calculator, I put 40, no, I didn't. Let me try this again. 4436 is empty, plus 1607 and 11997 gives me 54040. Okay, that is right. And then plus, what I do, 53 fuel, 59,340 is her takeoff weight. All right, so that does match. $44.36. I need to find out what the max takeoff weight is on this. I'm going more for the CG. I like to have it 25 or forward. It will fly anywhere in this area, but I prefer in the middle or forward. I'd rather be a little nose heavy. Makes it easier to control. Right in the middle. Okay. Get our lights. Here comes the fuel. Packs loading, bags are loading, and we're fueling. I like to do it all at once. Put that to taxi. Arm anti-skid. If you wanted more lights at night, this light and this light and this light and this light are your best lights for night ops, and then these are already set pre-standard, and then you have a dome light, storm light here. Alright, we should be running off of power on, so we're off GPU. Get some sunshine up in here. me see if there's any gates assigned with a GPS position, which I don't think they are, so we'll just go with SkyVector's coordinates for the airport, which is 39735, so we're good there. I'm going to be firing up the APU, so we'll do an APU fire test. Baggage. Zeka, hey buddy. You've been lurking for a bit, but I thought I'd say hello. Oh yeah, I don't mind people just hanging out and watching. Doesn't bother me. But yeah, I'm glad you said hello, because at least then I know there's actually someone watching. Because if I only have the one person showing up in the as a viewer, then a lot of times it's just a bot. So I just talk as if there is someone there. Because if I don't talk, then someone that might drop by might go away otherwise, you know. Might not stick around if I don't say anything. So I know if I feel like streaming, I know I need to be in a mood to talk. But I'm glad glad you said hello. If you have any questions on this aircraft, I'm certainly no expert, but I have a pretty good understanding of it now. Still learning stuff on it every single time I fly. It's an amazing aircraft. Alright, we should be good on APUs, so we'll go ahead and remove the ground power unit. Quiet things up a little bit out there. And we'll get our ATIS, which is 1855. Punch in ATIS.
60 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 12. Dew point -1. Altimeter 3040. Arriving and departing runways 22, 29er. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Foxtrot.
Back to guard, and Grand Junction doesn't have a clearance, so we'll just use ground. It's 21.7.
Sure.
Towers 18.1. I'm using my SATEC radio panel, so standby freak doesn't actually show up, kind of like my Airbus. Alright, field elevation at Junction. GJ, I think I did that. No, I did it right. Alright, 4861. So as long as you're within 70, you're within your limits. So we're pretty much 4810. We're like 650 or 60. So high pressure, it's hard to get right on the money. If you get super high or super low pressure, it's not always that accurate. But as long as you're within 70, 75, you're good. ATC takes into account high pressure. Alright, flight plan is on file. I'm going to cheat and look at the live map and see if they changed my flight plan at all before I call in my clearance, which doesn't appear they did. And ATIS is Foxtrot. We're at Grand Junction. We're going to Aspen. Alright. Afternoon, Grand Junction ground, United 1399 at the terminal with Foxtrot, IFR Aspen.
United 1399, Grand Junction ground, clearance in the class.
Well, now he might change it on me. And Zika says, I think some X-Plane streamers stream in the Microsoft FlightSim category because it's just more populated, so you may get more viewers that way.
United 1399, clear to the Aspen Airport. Via the Grand Junction 7 departure.
Radar vectors paces, then paces transition, then as filed, climb via SID, except to maintain 14,000. Departure frequency 119.7, squawk 2155.
Clear to Aspen via Grand Junction 7 departure, paces transition, as filed, climb via the SID, except maintain 14,000. Departure 119.7, squawk 2155, United 1399.
United 1399, read back correct. Walker 380.
But yeah, you're 100% correct on that.
Alpha to parking, over to ground, Walker 380. We'll see ya.
Let me see if I can change that, because you're right. Most people do that, and I keep forgetting to change the category. Let me see if I can do that. MSFS? Nope, that's not it. MSF. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Alright, so I just updated that, so let me see if that shows up now. But that was a good idea. I used to do that, I totally forgot. Alright, now we're on Microsoft Flight Simulator as to streaming game or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, cool. Good idea. You see it too? Alright, cool. Alright, now that we got our clearance, you always want to get your clearance before you start punching in flight planning, because you don't want it to be all for nothing if they change it on you. That's why you don't ever say request IFR to Aspen as filed, because you might not get as filed, so it doesn't make sense to say that. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Alright, flight plan. Junction, Grand Junction, we're going to highlight, we're going to go to menu, we're going to go to depart, we're going to depart 29er, which is number 4, Junction 7, which is number 1, paces, which is number 3, add it to the flight plan. From paces, we're going to do an airway, so you have to click under paces to add the airway from the one above. Like an Airbus, you actually click on the waypoint to add an airway, so this is different with this FMC. So you do list, airway, and then it will take it directly from paces, which is the one above. So in our case, we want Victor 134, so that would be number 1. I think it's 134. Yeah, number 1, so we'll hit enter. And then that will let us out onto DBL, which is the red table VOR, so we'll put number 2. That takes us, and that adds in all the waypoints on that airway automatically. And then we'll just do Aspen, enter, and we'll do an approach when we're in the air, and I mean we'll figure out the approach in the air, but you see red table, it's probably like 14,000, so for top of descent we'll just do 14,000. That would give us a VNAV profile by having an altitude set for the last waypoint there, and that's usually the altitude that they say cross, that is a safe MEA for that area, so that should work. That should work fine. All right, so now we're gonna go to, I do want to add some winds. Let's first add, let's add the winds. So to add winds, we're gonna go menu, next, flight plan, wind, and then we're gonna look at, it's interesting system you say, yeah. The total view ship of X-Plane category is only 100, where MSFS category is 1,000. Holy crap. I didn't know that. I'm definitely going to stick it on. I'm going to stay on this one then. Alright, let me see. So we need to get the wind. So we're going to come down here and we're just going to grab somewhere along the airway here. So the wind is 322 at 40 knots, basically. 322 at 40. So we'll go from paces, that's the beginning of the airway. So we'll do 322 at 40 knots. So that will populate the entire trip. So if the winds change along the trip, you can do that, but it's pretty much the same all the way. We're only doing like 100 miles, so it's not point changing anymore. So now we're going to go to fuel. We'll come over here. Zero fuel weight is 53,889. And fuel on board, takeoff fuel is 5276. 59,165. So that'll work. Now we need to cross fill, and that's just pulling everything over from this one over there. So we can pop this up and everything will be off of the flight plan that we just entered. Alright, so our initial altitude, we're going to climb via, except maintain 14,000. So I don't think there is a altitude restriction before 14,000. No, there's no cap. We just have to be above 13,000 by paces, which I'll brief that in a little bit. So we'll just set this for 14,000 since we climbed straight to it. And we'll do altitude select, which will arm your autopilot stuff. And then we'll get the pushback getting ready here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
Alright, I have an app I use for V speeds. It's free to download. If you have iOS, I don't think it's Android capable, so I'm using my iPad. For this, I wish I had an overlay for my iPad, but I don't know how to do that. I found one, but it's like you have to pay money for it, and I don't stream enough or have enough viewers to spend that kind of money on an overlay for an iPad. So, if you want to find it yourself, you can search DH8D and then TOLD. Here, I'll type it into the chat here.
All doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
DH8D TOLD. So just do that search on the App Store.
Winching strap and adapter in position. Release park and brake when ready to start pushback.
And then it's free to download. Alright, so let me bring it up myself now. So I'll bring that up. And the way I do this, it will give you a dry operating mass. So I just delete what's there and I put in what I have for zero fuel weight. Because I don't care about adding in every little figure. So 53,889, return, and then only thing else I need is the fuel. So the takeoff fuel is 5263. Return, calculate, should give me a takeoff mass of 59,152, which is one off, but that's good enough. So we'll go takeoff that was the load sheet. So now I'm going to go takeoff, flaps 15, enter the ICAO. So we are at JGT, Grand Junction, return, runway to Niner, download a METAR, show results. All right, so we have V1, V2, and V1 and VR and V2 are all 122. So I'm going to click here first, and then we're going to adjust this. And then flap up speed is 134. And climb is 154. So that takes into account all weather, runway, winds, temperature. That app does it all. And we'll revisit that app again for our landing speeds. Okay, so I need to go here. Airport procedure. It's only V speeds. Well, yes, this one is V speeds, and the load sheet is pretty generic. It's just to give you the V speeds and the landing speeds. But there's another app that's also free, made by the same people, for weight and balance, to get your proper CG. Now, I don't use that because this is good enough for me. But it will. You have an app for that as well, which is also free. I downloaded it. It's just too much work. All right, we're going to do a auto feather test here. So you just press and hold it for a second. And you can let go and it will finish doing its thing. And then we'll do a stall warning test and shaker test. Yoke shaker, or the stall shaker thing, makes your yoke vibrate, let you know if you're on the verge of stalling. Just waiting for that to finish. All right, it passed.
Terrain.
All right, stall warning test is good. Here's a light for your circuit breakers. And this is the takeoff test, warning test. I wonder if I can see that easy. If I remove. Yep. Okay, so I can remove that for the takeoff test. All right. So now we need to squawk mode Charlie, but first we'll start the pushback guy. So we'll undo our brake. And then he will get things rolling for us. So we're going to squawk 2155, so you press that. And then to swap it, you press and hold this for a second, and then it will switch to altitude mode.
Starting pushback, you may start your engines.
2155, one out. Landing field elevation at Aspen is 7838. Right about there. And then we'll do beacon to red. Start number 2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Engine 1. Add fuel.
Tow has been disconnected. Bypass bin's been removed. Hand signal on the right. See you next time. Have a safe flight.
Alright, we're going to disconnect the APU. And we'll get some power going to the generators. So bring that up to 900. And then that will bring up the engines enough to get rid of these AC generator lights. Will extinguish once the engine has enough RPM. There they go. Now we can come down here and we got Gen 1, Gen 2, both are good. AC lights are out, gens are good. Let's turn the bleed system packs on normal for right now, so the passengers have air conditioning. Main bus tie off. We're going to do a flight control check, so we'll turn that off. Turn that on, which is only used for the flight control check. Left, right, rudder, elevator, all that stuff works. So we can turn that off, close that. And then we'll do flaps 10. It shows up here. And we'll do window heat normal. We don't need to warm it up. It's not that cold. We'll do taxi light on. Yaw damper on. 7 Lima Yankee, you got the new toy, eh? Oh yeah, buddy. I've been flying the wings off this thing. I love it. This is like, you know, I love airliners because they're complexity, and I love turboprops because of the complexity and the sounds of turboprops. So, you know, like the King Air was my favorite GA airplane. It still is as far as GA stuff. But this plane, in my opinion, is like a hybrid between, you know, a jet airliner and a turboprop GA aircraft. So you got all the nuances of both of them. So you have the complicated FM, or not complicated, but you got the FMS, all the autopilot stuff, nice glass cockpit, all the systems. So it's really the best of both worlds. That's why I've been flying the heck out of this thing, because it satisfies pretty much all the enjoyment I have when it comes to the simulator aircraft that I own. These guys really nailed it too. I don't know if you've got this yet, but it's an amazing aircraft. Engine looks good. Fuel is good. Doors are shut. Get our ATIS.
Parting runways 2229er. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Foxtrot.
Alright, nothing's changed. It's still Foxtrot, so the weather, our performance, everything is the same. It's like the Saab 340 on steroids. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, the Saab, I've been using the Saab a lot before I got this because I bought the, what is it called? The Reality, Real Sim Gear GTN 750 bezel, the touchscreen for my desktop. So I've been able to use the Reality XP. Steering helps. I've been able to use the Reality XP's GTN 750 with that hardware, and it adds a lot more immersion to it for me. But you're right. This thing is like the Saab on steroids. It's just completely awesome. All right, we're still at Foxtrot. We're still with ground control. Grand Junction ground, United 1399 at the terminal. Current with Foxtrot, ready taxi.
United 1399, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha, hold short runway 22 at Alpha.
Runway 29er via Alpha, hold short 22 at Alpha, United 1399. Brief this departure en route. Let me see here. Grand Junction 7. I'll brief it when we are holding short. I love the sounds in this plane. It has the best sounds, with the exception of maybe, it's comparable. I wouldn't say it's better or worse, but it's comparable with the Any Builds A300 that I fly. Those sounds are really good too. But these sounds are like all recorded from the real aircraft and spatially correct too, from what I understand. Like everything sounds like it would if you're in the cockpit or if you're in the passenger compartment. The passenger compartment is way softer, less loud. Alright, we're going to do nav to FMS mode. And we're going to be on a heading initially of 292. 292. Then I'll set vertical speed and that stuff when we get down here. You would think the pitch hold and the wing level and all that would work. Well, the pitch hold would, but I like using the vertical speed more. It's more personal preference than anything. A little bit of a tailwind. Yeah, about a 5-knot tailwind. All right. Climb heading 292 to 6,000. At 6,000, we'll go left, direct to Grand Junction VOR. We'll exit Grand Junction VOR for the Paces transition. At Paces, we got to be above 13,000. We'll be at 14,000 by Paces, no problem. We have to climb via the SID except maintain 14,000, which means we're clear to go all the way up to 14,000, so we don't have to worry about this top altitude. But we do have to be above 13,000 by Paces. That's the main story with that. Okay, so we're gonna do those on. Those are on. Auto feather is now armed. And we're gonna do tower, and departure is 19.7. So get that ready. And do pitot heat. I'll turn on our landing lights and strobes. Anti-ice is not required. Trim is 0. Free and clear. Bleeds minimum. Flaps takeoff. Props max. Altitude select. Vertical speed 2000. Arm heading mode. Takeoff config check would be I don't know why it's yelling at me. I have everything set. I don't know what that could be. Oh, maybe because I'm not in the... I don't know. Grand Junction Tower, United 1399, hold short 22 at Alpha.
United 1399, Grand Junction Tower, back taxi, runway 22, runway 29er, cleared for takeoff.
Back taxi, runway 22, runway 29er, cleared for takeoff, United 1399. Oh, you know what it was? I bet? Probably the brake. So, let's try that again. Yeah, now I'm not getting any alerts. So that's what it was. Having the brake on gave me the cautions. Well, that makes sense. Engines are stable, everything's green. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. Coming up to V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear coming up, flaps up.
Terrain.
Does that every time. I was facing the wrong way when I entered the heading select, that's why it does that. Alright, 6,000, we can go left direct to Junction. There's 6,000, so we'll go direct to Junction.
United 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure, United 1392. Come down here. Go 19.7. Denver departure, United 1399, Grand Junction 7, leaving 6,800, coming via the SID for 14,000.
United 1399, Denver departure, radar contact.
Alright, gears up, flaps are up, autopilot is on, altitude select is on, and we're going to go IAAS mode, and we're going to bring this down to 180. Leave those on for a little bit longer. Same with the auto feather. Actually, I'm high enough now. We can turn these off. Turn those off. Turn that off. We'll bring back our throttle to 900. We can bring our packs to normal. Packs are on. There's no icing, window heat is on. "10,000 feet, turn off our landing lights, taxi lights. I'm just doing it by heading right now. We'll switch to nav mode in a minute. Be a way to bring the visor over.
United 1399, contact Denver Center 120.47.
Denver Center 120.47, United 1399. 2047. Make my U-turn now. Denver Center, United 1399, 2,900, climbing 14,000, Junction 7 departure.
United 1399, Denver Center, climb maintain 17,000.
Climb maintain 17,000, United 1399. Altitude select is still set. We could lower the speed to get a better climb performance, but I'm only going up to 17,000. I'd rather keep the speed somewhat high. we'll do, we'll once I level out here, we'll arm LNAV, and then that should show up here. Nah, that's not going to work that way. We'll have to do it manually. We'll just fly to intercept that course, and we'll go to LNAV afterward. Alright, we can turn off the seat belts. Push that out. Thousand feet to go. Altitude select is armed. This is the only other plane I own that uses the altitude select is the Beech 1900. So you kind of need that. Otherwise, it will blow right through 17,000. It will not stop. Once I get lined up on this, I'll show you some of the cabin stuff. If you're still here, John, are you flying in tonight's PilotEdge event out of in and or out of Jackson Hole? They're going to be doing a giveaway. I think they're going to give away Jackson Hole scenery made by, I can't remember the name of the company, for both X-Plane and the Microsoft FlyJSim. So I already own the X-Plane one, so if I do win, I would only want the Microsoft FlyJSim one. Alright, we're going to go to 850 mode on the props. Keep our throttle up until we get some more speed. Figure out our top of descent. We'll go to VNAV. We'll type in 1800. We got 66 miles to go. We're going to need the landing weight for our performance for landing. Well, this is paces. This is exactly the the waypoint that we would have to have been above 13,000 feet. So definitely no problem there. Looks like some clouds up ahead I was not aware of. Might have to use an actual approach. Alright, cabin pressure for, what are we at, 17, 16, 17, so this should be about 3, and we're right on the money there, so we are good. Landing elevation is set for Aspen. Engines are good. Fuel's good. And we're gonna land 15. Like Fahrenheit. With this, you got little armchair things. And these actually work as well, which is pretty cool. Not all of them, just the front row. Go into the lavatory. And funny as it is, they actually modeled this stuff. I can never get the seat to stay up, kind of like at home. It's like my mouse doesn't go up high enough. Let me try this again. I cannot get it to go up. That's right, but you can hit this button and you get the flush down. Make sure you close that door. Hurt your performance. Otherwise, when you close the door, it actually stops rendering any of that 3D cabin modeling. So you got to close the door. All right, Aspen's got an overcast layer at 5,500. So we're gonna plan an approach into here, so right back. Hey, Coast Pilot, very rainy day in Portland. Yeah, I saw that. That's why I didn't fly in Portland today, because I thought about it. Hang on a second. Denver Center, United 1399. Step away for about 2 minutes. I'll report back. Right back, guys. Alright, I am back. That was funny because I showed you the latrine and the airplane and I hit the flush button and it made me really need to go after that. I mean, I was having to go before, but I was like, I hit the flush button in the sim and I'm like, alright, this is no longer a sim, I gotta go. And Coach Pilot says if you're ever looking for a flight where at times you really will have to go missed and return where you started, check Portland and Medford. This time of the year, Medford goes IFR all the time. Oh, I know. The only problem with this plane is the performance. Like, this thing is a FPS hog. It's going to get better. But, yeah, I'm actually waiting for a day that I could fly into Medford from, I can't remember. Hang on a second. Denver Center, United 1399. I'm back with you.
United 1399, roger. Maintain 210 knots. Contact Aspen approach 12.3.9er. Correction, 123.8.
Maintain 210 knots and Aspen approach 123.8, United 1399. So current with the uniform. Aspen approach, United 1399, 17,000. Current with uniform, request the localizer DME Echo approach.
United 1399, Aspen approach, fly heading 050, descend and maintain 13,000, vectors localizer DME Echo approach.
Fly heading 050, descend to 13,000, vectors for localizer DME Echo approach, United 1399.
United 1399, Aspen altimeter 304 tree.
304 tree, United 1399. Alright. 5. And altitude select and 304 tree. And we got that set, and I'm going to set up the approach. So, what is the temperature? Plus 12, so we're going to do some anti-icing here, just in case. And, not sure what was causing that. Message. My plan. Menu, arrive. 1. 1. 1. I'll come back to that. Oh. Roger, DME. Do that. So I'm just going to cheat here, and I'm just going to use these steps. I'm going to use the VNAV to help us bring us down. Minimums is 9840. That should be fine. Do flaps 1 here.
United 1399 is 5 miles from Jargu. Turn right, heading 130. Maintain 13,000 until established on the localizer. Clear localizer, DME Echo approach.
Right turn 130. Maintain 13,000 until established. Cleared. Localizer, DME Echo approach. United 1399. 3,000. And we want to do getting speed alerts or something? Aspen Approach, United 1399. I need to cancel this approach and start over. If you could vector me back around.
United 1399, roger. Cancel approach clearance. Turn right, heading 270. Vectors back to the localizer, DME Echo approach.
Right turn 270. Vectors for localizer, DME Echo, United 1399. I don't know why I am getting, other than icing issues, maybe that needs to be off. I do know. Pretty close to the ground, huh? I don't know why I keep getting the alerts. Alright, let me just dial in the frequency 111.15. Go to that. To 151.
United 1399, turn right heading 360.
Right heading 360, United 1399. Is my oil temperature? Is that why I keep getting the alerts? I don't know. Like I said, I still don't know that much about this. Not sure what I could do for oil temperature. I'm thinking it's oil temperature because I keep getting
United 1399, turn right heading 070.
right turn 070, United 1399. don't know how that stuff works, really. Do landing lights and all that stuff back on. I need to read up on the icing because I really don't know what is causing.
United 1399, 7 miles from Jargu, turn right heading 130. Maintain 13,000 until established in the localizer. Cleared localizer, DME Echo Approach.
Right turn 13,000, maintain 13,000 until established, cleared. Localizer, DME Echo Approach, United 1399. It's doing it again. I don't know, it's got to be the oil. So the only thing I can see is the oil is 57. It's the only thing I can think of that's causing that. I don't know what else could be doing that. Is 13.4. Kaiser is so. Cabin pressure. That's what it. I'm getting a cabin pressure issue. It's got to be it. Kaiser. Let's take this down.
United 1399, contact Aspen Tower 118.85.
Aspen Tower 118.85, United 1399. Is it 11.7? At DOIP is 11.7. Aspen Tower, United 1399, establishing a localizer, DME Echo Approach.
United 1399, Aspen Tower, runway 15, clear to land 1340 at 8.
Runway 15, clear to land, United 1399. Alright, so that's a cabin pressure thing. I don't know what it is I think I can do about that.
2500. Terrain.
Do 35 laps for steep approach.
$2,500.
Aspen Tower, United 1399. Might be too fast. Can I enter a right traffic for 33?
Yeah, 1399, rudder circle east of the field, runway tree, clear to land.
Circle east of the field, runway tree, clear to land, United 1399, thanks.
Terrain.
I'm aware.
Terrain. 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 Terrain.
One valley, two valley. Where's the freaking road?
Terrain. 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 Terrain, 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 terrain. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Shut up.
Sink rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Aspen Tower, United 1399. I'm gonna need a back taxi a little bit.
United 1399, no problem. Back taxi, runway 33, and join Alpha to parking, remain as frequency.
Back taxi 33, join Alpha, remain with you, United 1399. Thanks for the help.
Surprised you made it.
Yeah, you me both. I think there's a bug with the altitude here. Altitude. I should be able to land at these higher altitudes. Doesn't have the Now this is Alaskan Approach, an Alaskan Approach. Yeah, you probably said that on the when I was going straight down. Yeah, that's a challenging approach in an airplane I know well. I was way too high. I was like, wow, no way. So then I looked at the weather and I knew that there was like a, what was it? I looked at it. It was like 7-knot tailwind for the way I was going. So I'm like, you know what? I'm too fast. I don't want to go off the runway. So I was like, last second, I'll just do a circle to 3-3 approach. So made it fun. I keep getting these alerts though. I really think there's an issue with the cabin pressure. The difference is 0, so I don't understand why I'm getting those alerts. I don't get it. Well done. Oh, thanks, man. Let's see if I can do a replay. I know I have to do the replay while the plane is still running and everything configured because their replay doesn't, I guess it's too complicated of an aircraft for them to put the aircraft back to the landing configuration. So
disconnected.
Disconnect from that. And close that. All right, we'll come up here, I'll pause it, go to replay. See how this looks. Can you get the APU to start after a flight? Yes. Yeah, you can with this. I think you can. We'll find out. Yeah, that should come on. All right, flaps are up. Yeah, the APU comes on. So no problem there. Yeah, I don't know why I was getting warnings for altitude. Not sure what I could have done differently. Collision lights, pitot. Windshield heat. Ice protection. APU, bleed air. Shut down, taxi light off. Emergency brake is set. Power levers, passenger signs. Nose wheel steering. Radar, anti-skid. Huh. Okay. And let's see, we're running off of APU, so the GPU is out there, so we can actually turn that on. And now we're running off of external power. You can turn that off, confirm off, off, confirm off. Doesn't work with the handle down for some reason. Off, off, off. And okay, all that is closed. One thing you can't do is you can't close the doors. At least I don't think. Oh, you can. Guess you can't close the back door? Maybe they're still unloading. I don't know. Hit the power button, get the lights, then it doesn't show ready to start. Well, with the APU, it will show the start, and then the light will go out, and then the generator will have the light. So the generator won't come on unless you actually turn off the external power, and then it will automatically switch to the APU gen. It doesn't ready to start. So I'm not sure what else would be causing that, but obviously I'm still learning this plane too. But I've uploaded a few of these things to my YouTube, so feel free to look at my YouTube videos and see how I switch between the APU and external power, and maybe that will help you, because I haven't had too much problem with that. But I am going to be asking some questions about this flight on the forums, because I'm not sure why I kept getting the cautions. I had everything set up right. Bleeds were on, everything was fine, so I don't know. It is what it is. Well, thanks for hanging out, Coast Pilot. 7 Lima Yankee. You guys have a good weekend if I don't see you before. And we'll catch you next time. See you later. Chase out.
Subway 1637, Denver approach morning. 7 right, speed 10.
17 right, and speed 210, United 2175.
Speed 264, connect approach 123.85, nice day. it at 250, then comply with the rest of the speed.
2 descending via the ski 16 right.
717, contact approach 120.8.
437, 17, have a great rest of your day.
You too.
And to maintain 7,000. 080 on the heading down to 7,000, skies 4689.
Southwest 4321, traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles eastbound, climbing out of 11.7.
We're looking for traffic, Southwest 4321.
Southwest 4321, descend to maintain 8,000. He's just climbing above you now, no factor, citation jet.
Okay, 8,000, Southwest 4321.
United 2175, descend to maintain 8,000, good rate down.
Good rate down, 8,000, United 2175. Yeah, 712, 170 greater to lead.
22 miles.
Descending 316 via the longs to landing south.
So the 3717 Denver approach, good afternoon.
17 right, low, clear to visual 17 right, 5715.
5715, maintain 210 knots until advised and maintain 8,000 until you join the final.
210 and we'll maintain 8,000 until we join, skies 5715.
Ford on, the Clash 4 arrival, we have out.
Morning, runway 17 right, expect a visual.
29, turn right, heading 145, the airport 2 right, 10 miles.